Hello, crafty friends and stampers. It's Maria Robinson, Stamping Simply with Maria. I'm so glad you can join me today. I'm really excited to show you how I did this. Actually, it's coloring on the Calming Camellia stamp set that's available through Stampin' Up as a host gift. Once you place a $300 plus order, pre-shipping, pre-tax, you can earn this stamp for free. It's such a beautiful stamp set, and I'm sad that it will be retiring once the catalog is, it's actually a celebration catalog item. So once that is done, which is today on February 28th, it's the last day you can order to earn that stamp set. I'll be sad, but I am happy that I can share this video with you of how I made this beautiful card, and a few stampers had asked me how I did the coloring. So the coloring is a little bit unconventional for the medium that I used, but I'll show you what I did. So hang on, let me turn the camera down. These are the cards that I created and I had posted on my Facebook page, and several stampers had asked me how I created them. Most notably this one here, because as you'll notice, it is colored, whereas this one is not colored. It's just with the rich raspberry ink that I just stamped it, and I opted not to color that one. Whereas this one, I stamped it with evening evergreen ink, and I decided to color it. Normally, when you're using watercolor pencils, you would use StazOn ink and the watercolor pencils along with the blender pen. But I wanted to try something different. So this is unconventional, because what I did is I did not stamp it with StazOn. I stamped it with the evening evergreen ink with the regular ink pad. And I allowed it to dry overnight. My intention was actually not to color it at all, but then I said, you know what? Let me see what it's going to look like. And boy, I tell you, I am so happy with the way this turned out. I think it turned out beautifully. I hope you do as well. Based on this card, several stampers had asked me to show how I did it. So I said, all right, let me make a video and show how I did it. Again, the stamp set that we're using is the Calming Camellia. It's available through Celebration as a host stamp set. You can earn it for free with a $300 plus order, pre-shipping and pre-tax. So, but you only have until midnight tonight, or actually 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time to order that stamp set. You can also use, you know, if you have older stamp sets like this one, Flowering Blooms is a retired stamp set. Basically, this technique works with distinctive stamp sets where it shows detail on the stamp set and it comes through when you ink it. You know, I don't think you could really see it, but let me open up the catalog and show you an additional stamp sets, couple additional stamp sets. We have the Forever Blossoms, and also the Prize Peony is another one that you could use, which is current, and they are distinctive. And in the catalog, Stampin' Up labels them distinctive. So you'll note by this right here and then down here. And the description that they give for distinctive is: distinctive stamps create different opacities in a single stamped image for realistic depth and intensity. And you'll notice that in their example cards here, how beautiful they are. So let's take that one step further, and I'll show you what I did, which, like I said, is unconventional. Now I stamped the image a couple of hours ago, so I think it's probably had enough time to dry. You'll want to allow it to dry because, again, it is a water-based ink that I used. It's the regular stamping pads that I used, so it's water-based. Another way, which I didn't try it, is that you could also use a heat gun to set it. And, if you're really in a rush and you want to do that. But, it's up to you. The other medium you have is you could stamp it in Memento ink, and you can color it with your stamping blends. But as I said, I opted to do the watercolors. I wanted a softer color. So let's see what we have here. And I only have one package of the watercolor pencils. So I had to, because for the green, I wanted a more deep green. And as you can see, I just have 3 different green colors here, or maybe just 2. I think it's just 2. Let's see if I can take these out. I have the Granny Apple green and the Garden green colors, which I did use on here. But after I colored it, I said, you know what? I want a more richer, deeper green. So that's why I went to my Prismacolor pencils, because I have a bigger set of these. And I got these, I think, at Target a few years back. But I wanted more like this color green here, which is a dark green. So that's what I wanted to use. But either one works fine. You could use whatever you have. Okay, so let's get started first here. So basically I just, came here very lightly, just adding a little color to the stem, to the leaves. And I'm just lightly, I'm not pressing hard, because my intention is to just give it additional character. And I'm just doing the leaves right now. Again, just gently, gently coloring. And I'm not coloring the whole leaf. Just really, I'm just going over the darker vines for now. And then once I use the blender pen, that will spread the pencil coloring a little more throughout the stems and the leaves. And I think I got all the leaves now. I'll go a little more on the stems here, although these are pretty dark, so I just kind of left those like that. Then I took, again, I didn't have a yellow, so I went to my watercolor pencils. I think this was the yellow that no, this is more like a, I don't remember now. What color did I use to do that? Actually, what I did was I colored these in here. I think it's called a stamen. It's the center of the flower, like so. And I went on each one of the flowers where you could see that, just the center part. And of course you can't see it in that one, so I didn't do that one. The other thing you'll want to do is you can leave part of this white, which I will do. And, oh no, that doesn't go there. I may have used, let's see if I have a piece of scrap paper here. Oh, here we go. I wonder if I used the garden green. I may have done that. I think I used the garden green for the leaves. Oh, you know what? We're going to try it. Because I think this one's a little bit too orange, and that's why I didn't use it. The Prismacolor. But right now I want to, you know, and you're going to do this again very gently. You know, you just want to spread the ink a little bit, and you'll see how it's already spreading, how it's deepening the tone of where I colored. And you can go over it again after you've used the blender pen. You can go over it again if you want to make it deeper, if you want to, you know, add more color to it. I personally like when there's, on these distinctive stamps, if there's some white showing, it looks very nice, I think. And just go around, you know, very gently. I'm not pressing hard, you don't want to. And I'm being very conscious of not adding too much with the blender pen, because what will happen, because I didn't use the StazOn, is it could bleed. But again, like I said, if you do the stamping with the water-based inks, probably the night before, or a few hours, I think is fine, which is what I did here. But the one that I did previously, I did it the night before, and then I colored it. You'll have enough time to let the ink set. But like I said, you could use a heat tool to do that as well. And as you can see, I'm just leaving a little bit of the white showing here. You can add more color if you want, but you can already see how it's coming alive. Just want to wipe this off here. All right. And then I'm going to take the garden green. As I said, I think this is what I used. And we'll just go very lightly on the petals here. Again, I'm just highlighting the areas where it's already shaded, and then I will come in with the blender pen and blend it out some, so it's nice and soft, and it adds a little bit of color to the leaves, to the petals as well. Again, you want to leave some white. I hope you give this a try. It's actually quite relaxing to just, you know, color these images. And again, you can see I'm not going all the way up. I'm just kind of going halfway with the darker areas of the petals, because the blender pen will take care of the rest. All right, now you can even just leave it like this. It looks pretty as well. But like I said, I wanted to show how I did the blender pen, so we're going to take that out again. Make sure it's clean. And I want to go in the yellow areas here first so they can darken up a bit. And again, with the blender pen, you don't want to keep going over the same area, because it starts to tear the paper. It actually, the paper starts to like kind of ball up. Clean that off. All right, now we're good. And then I'll take it now and I'll start doing the petals. Again, very lightly, and I'm not going to go up all the way, leaving some white space.
but adding some color. Yeah, I'm not sure what color I used over on the other one to get that yellow, because this is more like a green. Although I think what I did is I took some of the yellow from the no, not the sternum, the stamen, and I just kind of brushed it up is what I probably did. But I think this looks nice as well. Like I said, leaving some white areas. You can also go in with a white pencil to lighten up those white areas as well. But again, you know, I'm taking some of the yellow part from the stamen and just going up, kind of doing like a mix of colors. You can see how it's already coming up really pretty. I think this stamp set is just beautiful to begin with without even any coloring. Like you can even just do this in Memento black ink and just leave it. Or as I've done here in the rich raspberry here, you can leave it just like that and decorate it to make a card like this one here. Very simple. So I may take this yellow here and just go a little more, give it a little more color to it. Again, I'm using the Prismacolor because I don't have a yellow in the Stampin' Up watercolor pencils. I'll go back with the blender pen. We'll blend those out just a little. Again, leaving some white. Once I will have all the information in the description below the video on what I used, and I'll put the card dimensions for the other card, although I'm not going to make a card for this one right now. I'll use it for something else. But you can see now with even blending just those two, the yellow from the Prismacolors and the Granny Apple Green that I used of the Stampin' Up watercolor pencils, you can see how really pretty that looks, just like that. Wipe that off. Then I want to go back in with the Prismacolor and just darken up the stamen one more time. Because that's obviously inside the flower and you want to keep that a little more, I want to keep it a little more yellow and dark, more pronounced. Although I think that's usually black. But do a little more blending here. Just very little. And that's it. So really pretty, the Calming Camellia. Again, like I said, you can earn this stamp set during celebration, which ends on February 28th, 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time, Monday, February 28th. The stamp set again is called Calming Camellia, and it can be earned as a host set when placing a $300 plus order on my website. And if you need help placing the order, I'd be more than happy to help you place the order. Just you can contact me. All my contact information is below the video as well. And I'd love for you to be a subscriber of mine. If you haven't already subscribed, please make sure you hit the notification bell and click all so that you are notified every time I upload a new video. I've been trying to do one a week, and I hope that I can still continue to do that. And to those who have already subscribed to my channel, thank you. I appreciate you. And those who are my customers, I also appreciate you. And if you're watching this, of course, I also appreciate you. Just, remember to become a subscriber so you know when my videos are uploaded. All right, guys, have a great day. Like I said, any questions, you want to place an order, contact me. If you'd like a catalog, I'd be more than happy to send you one. Shoot me an email through my website, which is all in the description. And have a great day, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.